And welcome back to another episode of Hook, Line and Sinker, round 14 of the AFL. We're in another one of those bye weeks, Jev, so we only have 6 games to go through. Obviously, in the show, if you guys are obviously continuing to listen on, if you are new, so what we do, we go through the lines. Jev will guess where the line is at. We may have a hook, so a line that we're looking at, or a bet that we really like for this week, and also a bet that we are going to stay away from. Jev, how are you on this fine Wednesday?
I'm good, Darc. I am feeling good this weekend. I'm super excited about Port Adelaide Geelong tomorrow night.
Oh.
I think the current best player and best midfielder in the comp is coming up against the old Geelong midfield, and I can't wait to watch it.
Because they were still going to go through before. Oh, no, the teams are officially out. Wow. All right, so we can pretty much talk about that straight away. Jev, this is going to be a cracker. Even though there isn't as many games, I'm still happy Thursday night football's on, because on the weekend, you don't get a chance to watch all the games.
Yeah.
Unless if you're like me, that we usually sit home most of the weekend and watch it. But it's good that they're spread out. So I'm enjoying Thursday night football, Jev. So tomorrow night, Port Adelaide versus Geelong. This is in Port Adelaide as well, Jev. Do you have a hook?
I reckon betting on Rosie and Butters, I reckon they're going to be way too quick for Geelong. They're going to be teams have shown you can get a hold of Geelong in the midfield. And like the Bulldogs did it, but Geelong won the game. I can see Butters and Rosie. They might put a bit of time into Butters, so I can see Rosie's leg speed. So I like Rosie for 20, maybe 25 and a goal. Butters kicks a goal every week, and so does Horn Francis. So probably all three of them anytime goal scorer, and they'll all have 25. Horn Francis maybe only have 15 to 20 there.
I think this is another hook, Jev, and we love him at home, and we could see him moving around a lot. But Jeremy Finlayson, Jev, for 20 touches, is a bit of a risky hook. What do you think that's paying?
Like $2.50.
$4.30, Jeremy Finlayson for 20 touches. He's been unbelievable. He's been swapping with Lysette a lot. He's been giving me a good breather, and he's just getting his hands on it and so much more confident, isn't he, when he then goes back up forward. So Jeremy Finlayson will be one to look at, Jev, and also for a few snags, but that is a nice little hook that I'll be looking onto. Also, I did like to look at Dangerfield. Obviously, if he's back in the side, that means he must be right, Jev. But he's still only around the $1.20 mark. So nothing.
What are the ins and outs?
The ins and outs. So we have Ryan Burton back in.
Yep.
Lockie Jones and Riley Bonner will be the sub. For Geelong, they have Oyster Mullen, our man, is injured. Sam Simpson is the sub. Zach Tui's out. And then back in is Holmes, Mitch Duncan, and Paddy Dangerfield.
Oh, here they come. Chris Scott said today, he's like, this is as healthy as we've been in in a while. You can just tell they're going to time their run after the bye. Yeah, so the line does. I reckon the line is going to be it's going to be about Port at home, about 2 goals, 12.5 points.
Yeah, 10.5 points, Jev.
Yeah, fuck, this is a hard one. I think I said last week.
You did.
I'm taking Geelong this week. I think Port are going to be too cooked, but what can I get for $1.30? Because
$1.30, we're either taking Port Adelaide plus 7.5 at home.
Yeah.
Or we're going to take Geelong plus 29.5.
Yeah, see. Port Adelaide's the right side to be on, 100%. Home team, won 10 in a row, points at home. Like, they don't lose at home. They're fucking good at Adelaide Oval. I've just got a feeling they're one game away from the bye. Are they going to be a little cooked? And Geelong coming off the bye, starting their premiership tilt now. My head says take Port Adelaide. My heart says take Geelong. Who are you taking?
Yeah, we'll see. Exactly what you said, Jeff. They might just do a Collingwood.
Yeah.
And you don't mind a loss before the bye. Just you look at it, restructure, refocus, get in. But just watching the last couple of weeks, it's just those Geelong ins fucking scare me.
Yeah, I'm going to take that Geelong line. I reckon Port might have a fraction of a down week. If they beat the Cats by over 30 points, they're genuine premiership contenders, and I will believe in them. I already do believe in them, but I'll be all in on them because Geelong off a bye, danger and stuff, the captain back in. And one other hook I was going to say, they reckon Port's defence is the only sort of iffy bit of their game. Midfield's great, forward line's great. If you test their defence, that's their real iffy part of their game. I would love to see a big 4-4 from Hawk and Jez Cameron. I can see it happening. Both kicking 4, both going off. What can I get for 4?
4 goals. You are going to get there, my friend. So for both of them, you're going to get Charlie Dixon 625, by the way, but you're getting 590 for Jez and 625 for Hawkins.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Jev, I'm just going to go on the side of Port Adelaide. Look, you're either hot or you do. Usually, I'm always one of those ones, like with Carlton.
Yeah.
You're always do. You do.
Go with the heart a bit more than the head.
Get on the hot side.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to show me why. And then what have we seen in recent years? Really good teams. They just continue to go on these massive runs.
Yeah.
Like how many did Geelong win the back end of last year? Like 16?
Yeah.
Like they're up to 10.
Yeah.
They're at home. You could see like Ken just like, boys, let's get through this. Let's get to the bye. Let's keep winning.
Yeah.
I'll be taking Port plus 7.5. They get it done.
I'll take that Cats line. I think I would prefer to be on Port, but I think 30.5 is too many points to ask. I think
So
it's a good amount of points for $1.30.
With those ins, you don't see Geelong losing by 30 points.
Yeah.
You're right. All right, next game, Jev. We have Brisbane and Sydney. Your boys taking up. Hey, Brisbane are going to want to have to show something here after losing to Hawthorn.
Gabba, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's Lions by about, I'm going to say 3 goals, 18.5 points to ask.
28.5.
Wow. I knew they were good at the Gabba. I guess that's just where the Swans are. Well, I know the Swans are getting back. Mills is a lock. No, someone's a lock. Mills, Tom McCartan, and Nick Blakey, who was a bit sore after last week, is playing. And
Yeah, because he wasn't concussed, was he?
Mills and Tom McCartan both got through training and look like playing. Geez, what can I get for $1.30? I know I'm not too high on the Swans right now, but what can I get for $1.30?
Yeah, so Brisbane minus 10.5, or we're going to go Sydney plus 47.5.
Oh my God. I know it's the Lions at the Gabba, but I'm taking those 47 points. For sure. The Swans don't, well, I think the Swans will cover 47.5. I'd like to think they would. And the Lions got done last week. Yeah, they'll be hungry, but I'm going to take that 47.5. Das, what about you?
I've got to take Brisbane plus minus, so negative 10.5. I've been looking and I've been trying to bet a little bit amongst what my numbers are saying. So currently, Jev, on my numbers, on top, we have Adelaide.
Yeah.
They've been the best team against all bookies. They're at 178.5%. Then we have Essendon at second.
Yeah.
Gold Coast are actually third now, Jev.
Nice.
Collingwood, St Kilda, Port Adelaide, Melbourne, Hawthorn, Brisbane is a ninth, but they're still in the plus.
Yeah.
Swans are 17th, Jev, negative 186.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess.
So, look, and if there's too much of a line from there, I have to take that. I really do like Brisbane at home. I just think they had a shocker last week. I think they bounced back. I'll be taking the minus 10.5, Jev. Surely they get it done by 2 goals against your mob. I think you guys will be competitive. I think Brisbane, especially if they want to keep that top 4 spot, they know what's at stake.
I think it's the 10.5's nice. I think we all know they're basically unbeatable at the Gabba. No matter what you saw on the MCG last week, it's chalk and cheese to what you see on the Gabba. So it's just whether you think it's over 47 points or is it over 10. Like I like the Swans points as a buy Swans spotter, but yeah, Brisbane's definitely the side to be on.
You've got the 2 away teams. I've got the 2 home teams so far. I like it. All right, next game, Jev, GWS and Fremantle.
GWS and Fremantle. Is this in Canberra or Giant Stadium? Stadium.
I believe it was at Giant Stadium because they had so many games away from it.
It's a bit of a funny one. I'm going to say Freo are favourites by about 5 points. 5.5, Freo.
It's Freo by 0.5 point.
So it's pick 'em.
Absolutely pick 'em.
I love that. So what can I get for $1.30?
So $1.30, well, just because they've got the extra 0.5 point, it ends up being, so pretty much for $1.29, you get GWS at plus 19.5, or for $1.31, you get Freo plus 17.5. So only 2 points between them, but you got about 18 points either side.
This one, I'll definitely be taking the home dogs. I'll be taking GWS with some points. We both love the way GWS play. They never get blown out. They always give themselves a chance of winning. You know, Freo got done last week to Richmond. Now they're going to fly across. I still don't think Freo kick enough goals. They're definitely better than they were. I still don't think they kick enough goals. GWS definitely do. So I'll be taking the Giants plus 18.5 dollars.
Yeah, I'm going to continue on with the home dog theme as well, Jev. You just see Freo with they play. I feel like they can play at Marvel every now and then. Well, they had a couple of good games at the G. They play home, but I don't think they play well at these smaller grounds
Yeah,
when no one's there. I've never seen them like play really well here or in Tassie or like. So I just really just think it's a very hostile sort of ground. GWS seem to play it really well. So I'll be taking them plus 19 and a half, Jev. 100. I think 3 goals is enough. As long as Toby's in, mate, he's
Toby's playing. It's 3 goals is always going to be a chance.
you just think about all the games he's kept close this year. So I really like him. So I'll be taking the home team as well in that one. Now, Jev, this one is very interesting at the MCG. The Tigers have struggled so much against Richmond, against St Kilda the last few years. Even when they won the grand final, they got absolutely mopped at Marvel by St Kilda almost every year. But this is Cochran's 300th game. I know you shouldn't get up and about for just someone's game, but this is a massive thing for the club.
I think
Three-time premiership captain.
he's only the sixth Tiger ever to play 300 games. I'm gonna say it's Richmond. This is going to be close to Pickham. Maybe Richmond by like 2.5 points.
Yeah, 4.5.
4.5. So I can already tell you what side I'm going to be on here. But what are the $1.30 legs?
So $1.30. So this is at the MCG for everyone listening. So Richmond plus 13.5 or St Kilda plus 22.5.
I am 100% taking the Saints plus 22.5. I can see like Richmond might win this game, but the Saints played Thursday night. Now this is Saturday Arvo. The Tigers played Saturday night in Perth. They've lost Marlon Pickett. I know it's Cochran's 300 and everything, but I liked what I saw from the Saints, so I'm taking that plus 22.5. Extra rest. They've been good on the MCG this year. They pumped the Bombers, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Their defensive game's in good order. I don't think Richmond are kicking enough goals, so I'll be taking the Saints for sure. What about you?
Yeah, just the extra 22.5 points, Jeff. It's a fair bit. They're just starting to get their wheels turned a little bit. I don't think they played their best against you guys, but they definitely got it done. Like Mitch Owens played really well. Crouch got a fair bit of it. Sinclair was pretty good. But I definitely think a lot more can come along with them. Now, on the ladder, Jeb, St Kilda have been near the top all year, so they're fifth at 75 points. Richmond at 12th at only half a point. So at 60 points difference over the season, if it's that big, I'm going to take the Saints, Jeff. It's just too big of a margin not to take it.
King playing on the reverse Coleman, Noah Bolter. He could get a liking to him on the G.
Remember when everyone was chatting about Noah Bolter being the best swing man in the AFL? Like he was just, he's gone to soup.
No, I think he's been better the last couple of weeks. I was a bit harsh on him early in the season, but Shy Bolton's starting to play get back into good form. He's back on my pyramid radar, Shy Bolton. I don't know if he's ready to go in just yet, but he's back. He had 1,000 metres gained last week, Darc. It's like 953 metres gained, 30 touches and a goal in the wet in WA. That's a big game.
That is a massive game.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
Who comes in? So you've got
Merritt's coming in. I can tell you that.
No. For Richmond, because obviously, what's his name suspended as well.
Oh, who steals Marlon Pickett's spot? I don't know. Oh, Mansell. Yeah, Marlon Pickett and Mansell. Is this the thing? Yeah. Oh, this is why I like the Saints even more.
If you go Ralph Smith, because guess what? I reckon Pickett will steal his spot next week.
Yeah, and the Tigers are about to go on their bye next week, so same thing. I reckon they're going to be a bit cooked. They've just flown home from Perth. I can see the Saints getting this win.
Yeah, I think 22.5 defensively, MCG.
Mitchy Owens. Did you listen to Daniel Hoyne talk about Mitch Owens?
Yes.
He said he's as good as Heaney last year, and he's one-on-one games like 14 Ablett and 15-5. Back-to-back Brownlow medalists. Prime Ablett and prime 5 is how Mitch Owens is playing right now.
But you know what's so fucking stupid? That's why I take everything he says with a fucking grain of salt. And he's like, yeah, he's playing like that. It's like, oh yeah, is he in your All-Australian team? Nah, yeah. Probably close. Shut up. If he's playing like that, can you imagine Ablett getting to that part of the season and not being in the All-Australian team?
Yes, correct.
So you got to take it with a grain of salt. And that's like saying that Lachie Neale's like the 243rd ranked player.
Yeah.
You know what I reckon the thing is? Because it's all of their projections.
Yeah.
So if he's because Neil's projected to do so well.
Yes.
If it's under, and that's why Mitch Owens is a new player. He's not projected to do well at all. You let him, give him another 2 years, and his projection's up, and then let's see where he's at.
Yeah, correct. You're right.
It's not comparing player to player; it's comparing ratings to ratings.
And
Like
where
where
they're
you're at.
supposed to be at age and position and all that stuff. No, you're right. But
So
it's
take it with a grain of salt. That's why when I hear that shit about Lockie Neal, I'm like,
I found it so funny that Owens was compared to 14 Ablett and 15 Fife. Like the two best midfielders in like prime seasons. And we're talking about a second year half forward. Yeah, anyway.
you're taking the piss. Now, Jev, next game.
Oh, here we go.
MCG 110, Sunday Arvo. I'm not going.
You're not going?
Nah.
Nah, you've had enough.
Carlton Gold Coast.
Carlton Gold Coast. This has got to be the hardest line of the weekend. I reckon Gold Coast have to be favourites. I only reckon it's by about 3.5, 4.5 points, but they have to be. What is it?
Bag is a favourite, -2.5.
See, I can already tell you what side I'm taking at $1.30. Yeah, what can I get for $1.30?
$1.30, Blues +15.5 or Gold Coast +21.5.
Give me every single damn one of those 21.5 points for the Suns. The Carlton have lost. What have they lost? 9 of their last 10. I think. Or is it more than that? Is it 10 of their last 11?
9 out of our last 10, Jev.
You beat West Coast, and who's the last team you beat for West Coast? North Melbourne on Good Friday.
Yep, so this is the ladder. So we beat GWS, the one spot above us.
Yeah.
We haven't versus Hawthorn yet. We've beaten North Melbourne. We've beaten West Coast. And we somehow beat Geelong.
Oh, true.
And we drew to Richmond.
And they're all around you on the ladder. And every other team's taking a liking to you. Going to that game, you played the worst brand of football when we were there Sunday night. It was horrible.
Disgusting.
It was
Jeff, so the $1.30. So as I said, so I'm with you on this. I'm against the Blues from now on. I've got the Gold Coast jersey in the cupboard.
We were having a laugh the other day. I reckon you've taken Carlton with whatever their $1.30 line is 6 weeks in a row, and it's lost every single one of those. They can't even cover their $1.30 line. The Blues, they're horrible. So
I did take Melbourne with you. I took Melbourne.
You did take Melbourne. You took Carlton.
Huh?
You didn't take Essendon on the weekend, did you? No, you took Carlton.
No, but I should have. Essendon are like near the top of my ladder, but fuck it. No, so I'm back. I'll be sitting here Sunday Arvo with my Gold Coast jersey on.
Cracking the shits.
So, mate, Gold Coast, I'm actually really excited to see how they go at the G.
Yeah.
I think this could be their first game for the year, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be. I know they played 2 at Marvel, but I don't know if they played at the G.
They don't play many at G, so I'll be interested to see how the big fellas go. And last game, Jev, North Melbourne and the Western Bulldogs.
Under the lid. This will be a goal fest. I'll say Dogs by about 25.5, I reckon.
Yeah, so we've got North, so -30.5 for the Dogs.
5 goals. What can I get for $1.30?
North +49.5.
Yeah, tempting.
Or Bulldogs -10.5.
Fucking, North are playing all right now, especially under the lid. They took the Swans to the line. They took the Bombers to the line under the lid. I did watch the Dogs against Port Adelaide last week, and they were still pretty impressive, except that the most overrated man in the league just couldn't get a kick, Aaron Norton. So they were actually playing well. They just couldn't kick enough goals. I want to take North and the points, but I'm going to take the Dogs and the 10.5 points. What about you, Das?
Yeah, the numbers are telling me that even with everything added on, you could still take the Bulldogs by 11 points, and then we can get the Bulldogs -10.5. So I'll be trusting that. But North Melbourne, as you did say, Jev, since you know what's weird, Wardlaw was you say him and Sheasel, and for the Rising Star, but Sheasel's not even the best. Like Wardlaw's been unbelievable.
Wardlaw's been really good, hasn't he?
On impact, and also I know we discussed it. Maybe on the Sunday race. Tarrant Thomas is a gun.
Yeah, he is. Everyone knows how good and talented he is. It's just he's a dickhead off the field.
Oh, he's a gun.
Yeah, 100%. He's an absolute gem.
He'll be kicking a couple of snags this week.
Zerha, Larky. Larky could kick 5. Wardlaw, Sheasel, Simpkin, LDU. They need a right. Oh, Coleman Jones is starting to show something. He could explode. He is enormous.
Coleman Jones. Is it Elliot Coleman Jones?
No, Cameron, isn't it? Callum Coleman Jones.
Oh, that's it. Someone, Twain Russell said his first name was almost Callum Coleman Jones because every time he goes near, he just almost gets it. He
Yeah,
never does get it.
Like I can get Coleman Jones $1.48 for one goal. He's 100% kicking one Das.
You know what's really annoying though? Games at Marvel have been shit to bet on.
Oh, like not that high scoring or
They haven't been, have they? I mean, it's the deck. You know, sometimes they just look slippery.
Yeah,
Fucking annoying. But I think the Bulldogs get it done, Jev. They need to.
they definitely do. If they want to stay in touch with the top four and touch with the top eight, everyone's coming from below in that top eight. If Gold Coast beat Carlton, they will want to win this game.
100%. Before we get on to the last little bit, Jev, you see some of the videos we posted today. Brodie Holland's hit on Brent Montgomery. And then the big fella, I just kept watching the highlights. He ended up getting up and kicking 4 goals.
You have an out of body experience. You know, they say you see the light when you die. Yeah, he just had an out of body experience, went into Zen mode and just kicked 4.
Did people not get knocked out as easy back in the day?
Maybe it's the vaccine dust. Maybe they just dropped like flies to the vaccine.
Yeah, that's actually what I've been thinking. I'm like, how many concussions has there been? There's been like 3 a week.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. And just the way players hit their head these days, I don't know.
Like,
Who knows? Montgomery might have gone straight out on the piss after that game. Like, straight to bed, pissed. Everything wrong he's supposed to do with the concussion. He's probably fucked today. Who knows?
Look at him. You reckon he didn't get on the piss after kicking 4?
Oh, he would have knuckled a couple.
Mate, but he kicked the first goal of the game 3 minutes late. It didn't even come off.
Yeah, that is crazy. That was fucking crazy, that video.
And how about the Velvet sledgehammer just running through Saul?
Yeah.
The ball was 3 meters away.
What's the story on that? He was doing that no matter what, wasn't he? Because they beat up. Was it who they beat up? James Hurd or something? Or
yeah, so no, I know there was a line in the sand game, but that was Hawthorn years ago when they were down. But this one, they were down by about 22 points at halftime. And Lloydie just comes off the square and he's like, I'm just going to hit someone. And then Campbell Brown gets into it. But it is genuinely one of the, like, when you look at it back.
Yeah, imagine those today. Considering Sicily just got 3 weeks to ask for not much, that would get 8 weeks.
So Lloyd got 4.
And you think, like, oh, God.
Brodie Holland got 6.
So you got to double them both 6.
If at least if you're gonna get, like, for Brodie Holland, like, you want to make sure you get him. If, like, that was the idea of it, he's come out and kicked 4, and he actually kicked 1 on him in the second quarter, turned him inside out.
Yeah, fucking hell. Hey, well, let's go through our multis just quickly, Das.
So I've got Port Adelaide minus 10.5, Brisbane.
I've got Geelong plus 30.5.
Yep, and then I'm taking Brisbane minus 10.5.
I got the Swans plus 47.5.
We both got GWS plus 19.5.
Correct.
Then we are both taking St Kilda plus 22.5.
Correct.
Then we are both taking Gold Coast plus 21.5.
Correct.
And then we're both taking the Bulldogs minus 10.5. That is a little 6-legger.
Mine pays $5.17. What does yours pay?
Mine will be around that, about $6.
So Bulldogs are the only favourites I'm taking this week. I'm taking all points apart from them.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, you got to love points.
Points is good.
Hey, by the time everyone listens to this, Das, there might be some good quality content on the 100K tomorrow. Well, it'll be Thursday, everyone listening. There could be some good stuff coming. We're excited. Got a little event on tomorrow. We're excited. We're not going to say too much now, but keep an eye out on the Insta tomorrow. We've got some good stuff coming, we hope.
Yep.
We hope. Very exciting.
I don't know what to wear.
It's not, we don't have to wear a suit or anything, do we? Nah. It's just fucking casual, isn't it? Small and casual.
We're not going the brown though.
Yeah, well, we might be.
That's actually true.
Who knows? Now, saying on to a bit of an event for the 100K tomorrow, which is fucking exciting. So if you listen to this, tune into our Insta tomorrow. I hope to get some good stuff. It's quite exciting.
Oh, you know what I was going to say as well? This is so funny. How we went to do a mailbag
Yeah.
and we didn't have one person messages.
Yeah. No one wants to fucking... Yeah, if anyone's actually listening and they want something read out on this pod, even a little love note to their missus or something, or to their mum, a happy birthday to their mum, just DM us and we'll say it. No one listens at this 25-minute mark anyway, do they, Darc?
Nah, mate, but wait till me and you both go 6 from 6. All the games are going to be close and we're going to hit.
We still haven't hit a fucking full multi yet, have we? We haven't done perfect on this thing yet. So
No. That's all right. We'll get there.
we got a lot of winners, but yeah, just can't get the perfect week. All right, good work, Darc. See you tomorrow.
All right, brother. See you tomorrow.